Here we are. Welcome back to the channel, and we're on the RTR League race, round 9 of the season. We're at the Blue Moon infield track with a Toyota 86 GR4 car. This is my fastest qualifying lap, 10-minute qualifying as per usual. Really struggled with this track, never been here before, but you can see first sector we're 2/10 up on pole position, which currently is held by Talia on 1:11.9, which is a rapid time. But we're kind of really struggling for this, so I ended up pitting for another fresher soft tyres to come out and try and attack. But it's not a very long lap, so we've got to make sure that we kind of nail all these braking points. But you can see coming to this kind of tight double left hand corner. As we come out the exit, we're still 2.5 tenths up on pole position. But this is where I lost all the time. This corner here, I wasn't sure how to take it. I didn't realise how much of that corner you can actually cut without getting a penalty, so I took it quite conservatively, a little too conservatively. So thinking I'm going to get pole or close to, in the minute I'm currently in P6, we come across the line and we actually get a 12.4 and stay in 6th place. So I lost 7 tenths of a second on that one corner. And as you can see in the race, a lot of people can actually cut that corner pretty much 4 wheels off there, you don't get a penalty. But congrats to Tom, awesome pole position. Natalia in 2nd and Kevin in P3, with Chris 4th, Valkyrie 5th and myself in P5. So this is a 38 lap race, racing soft tyres and medium tyres required, with 3 times tyre wear and 2 times fuel. So I'm not sure if fuel will be an issue, but tyre wear definitely will. So lights out and away we go, and pretty decent start. But we got Jack right behind us with an awesome start. So we go slightly defensive, we don't want to get attacked at the beginning of the race. I went to this really awkward first corner. This is a horrible section as the road kind of changes right there into that banking. And you hit that wrong and you will just spin the car straight away. It's awful, awful. And you'll see that throughout the race actually. So this is the infield track. This bit's not too bad actually. All these corners right there on the right hand especially you can cut. Valkyrie there gets a little bit held up in front, so we'll attack Valkyrie into P5, come to this tight hairpin for the first time. Try not to get taken out. I think the tempo coming down the inside of Valkyrie, but manages to avoid any contact all throughout the field, so a good first lap by everyone. And we're up into P5. At this point we don't really know what kind of strategies that people are using. So we're starting on soft tyres and other people obviously start on mediums, so we're not really sure. Tempo just gets a little scrape on the wall there with Valkyrie. So Jack there taking 2 positions, being at the right place at the right time. So Jack up to P6 with Valkyrie in 7th, right on his tail. But yeah, we're not really sure what kind of strategy that people are running, so we've got to try and cut our way through the field as much as we can, if we can. Like I said, the track we've never been to before. So we've got Tom and Italia battling out for the lead. Tom down the inside, you can see here the action with the top 5. Look how close we all are. And we've got obviously Jack behind and Valkyrie as well, always flying as well. So this is just to demonstrate how close the racing is. So on board with Revo, looking at Revo there down the inside of Valkyrie with a cracking move into that first corner. He's on running the medium tyres at the minute. The Valkyrie trying to hang it around the outside, see if he can make it around the outside into this double left-hander. Valkyrie sweeping around the outside with a class move, managing to hold on to P7. And Tempo hot on Reva's heels, as you can see, gets a decent exit out of there. So Tempo taking P8 from Reva. So Valkyrie 7th, Tempo 8, and Reva down to 9th place. So nice little battle there on early stages in the race. So on to lap 3. On board with myself, we've got Talia just in front, and Chris going defensive into this first corner. So brake just the right to see Talia just goes wide, washes wide, and we've got Chris wide as well. He goes defensive. So we're going to try and brake a little earlier here and go down the inside. It works a treat. So go down the inside of Chris, and he actually just gets on the grass. There was no contact there, but he just gets 2 wheels on the grass, and yeah, that's a really difficult corner. So up into P3 to make a good moves at the start of the race on lap 4. So with Valkyrie, he's in 6th place until lap 4 down the inside of Jack. And then you've got behind that, you've got Chris and Tempo. So a bit of side-by-side action here for 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Valkyrie winning that battle against Jack. And Tempo, Chris still going side-by-side into this double left corner. Tempo looking to get the inside line and managing just to do enough to take that 7th place. So Tempo making moves, Jack in P6 and Valkyrie now in the top 5. So on board we're on lap 7, we've got Tom just in front and Kevin, you can see we've made a bit of ground up now, we're just right on Tom's tail. Again, we're not sure what tyres these guys are using. So we're going to try and get to the front as early as we can. So you can see I'm running traction control just on 1 because I know the tyre wear is quite bad with these cars. So lap 7, we've got Tom going defensive. We can't really, it's a difficult corner to get on the outside, so what we're going to do is we're going to try and, like the same thing we did Chris, brake a little bit earlier and then cut back on the inside. And again, it works a treat. Myself and Tom going side by side as we seem to be doing for the last kind of 3 or 4 races, to be honest. But we're just doing enough to get inside. I thought Tom was going to try and sweep around the outside, but that, again, that's a really difficult corner to make that move. You see what happens to Chris, you get it wrong and you will go on the grass. So we've got Kevin in front now, just a second in front of us. So we go forward 1 lap and we've made that time up. So we're just 0.4 of a second. Kevin getting a bit out of shape. Not quite close enough to make a move into this tight hairpin. We're going to brake as late as we can. I think we're a little bit too late. A slight tap on Kevin there, so we don't go down the inside. We're giving that position back. Thought that would have been unfair nailing down the inside there. Slight little tap. We've got Tom now right on our heels as well. But Tom's not going away. So into lap 9. Still all to play for at the beginning of the race. Tom gets a good exit at that last corner, going down the inside. It was too late for me to kind of move over, so we're going side by side with Tom now onto lap 9. We don't want to lose ground with Kevin. Again, the main competition for the championship at the minute is Kevin, so we're going to try and stick with him as much as we can. He's having an awesome second half of the season. We're seeing myself and Tom exactly the same as the previous lap. We go brake it a little bit earlier, cut back down the inside again, and you can see, look at that horrible corner there. You can see the effect it has on the car as you go over that little banked corner. But yeah, managing to hold position into P2, and now we've got to try and attack Kevin again and try and get as close as we can to him. So we're on lap 12. You can see how much corner you can put. Now we're a bit closer. So thinking again down the inside, but Kevin needs to see, look, he's wide so that he gets nice and defensive. To brake as late as we can, try and cut back on the inside, but Kevin does a good job there of parking it on the apex so we can't get a good exit. Into this tight double left-hander. As you can see now, I'm running traction control on 2. And this is just again to protect the tyres. We did a bit of testing on this before, and you don't lose that much time, but it will save that little bit of tyre wear. So Kevin going defensive again. We go side by side into the first corner. Can't quite make it. Like, so you've got to be really careful that corner there. The amount of times that you see people lose it is it changes the surface. So lap 14, didn't manage to quite get Kevin, but we was trying to make a pit stop because look at that front right tyre. That's not going to do another lap. So now we change to mediums. We've got 28 laps of fuel left, so we don't need to refuel. We know we're safe with fuel. It's just where we're going to come out now with Tom, because Tom pitted a couple of laps earlier. So we're going to make sure that we stay ahead of Tom if we can. You can see on the map there we're just ahead. We're going board with Tom now. You can see as you come out the pits, we're just ahead, look, by about maybe 2.5 seconds. So we've done quite well there to stay ahead of Tom, which is a net kind of P2 after everyone's made the stops. So no, Kevin can only do a couple more laps on those soft tyres, but Kevin carried on. So we know that Kevin's on mediums, which has kind of screwed our strategy. So we need to kind of, yeah, we need to get as much of a gap as possible because we know he's going to finish strong on soft tyres. So Valkyrie pits on lap 22. So Valkyrie's on mediums. We know that now. Chris pits on lap 22 as well for a fresh set of softs, and Kevin on lap 23. So we inherit the lead as everyone makes their stops. You can see Valkyrie coming out in P4, just manages to get Kevin as Kevin comes out the pits, sliding a bit into that, but Valkyrie now into 3rd place. So we've got myself leading the race, Tom is in P2 and Valkyrie in P3. You can see, look at the difference in tyres now, and see how much corner you can actually cut without getting a penalty. So I was quite surprised at that. So look at the difference. This is just all down to difference in grip levels, and Tom really struggling for grip using the pad as well. So Tom having to make 2 pit stops in the end, where most other players just happen to get away with 1. So Val in 2nd place. We've got Kevin as well making a move down to Tom on the inside again. This is just down to grip levels. So now pretty much we know that we're screwed because we've chose the wrong strategy. And we've got Valkyrie and Kevin hunting us down, but we'll do what we can to try and keep them at bay. But it's pretty much impossible to keep them on soft tyres. But Valkyrie, you can see him making a bit of a mistake. Opens the door there to Kevin to take that second place on lap 26. But there's still no tail. So we managed to hold them off for a few laps, but you can see, yeah, 29, lap 29, they're right behind me. But the Dutch duo ready to pounce. I've got no chance. They're coming down to this left corner, a bit of a slide going on. But yeah, they've got just so much more grip. We're on the racing medium tyres. I mean, there's no need to pit again, so we've got to make sure this tyres last as well. But you can see how close it is. And Kevin and Val, yeah, working together to get the slipstream away from me. You can see I've got no slipstream whatsoever, but I'm not going to be able to brake late on these tyres anyway and take this. So Kevin P1, Val into P2. It looks like we're going to have to set off for third place. We've got Chris behind, currently 14 seconds behind. But Italia is also flying with a fresh set of soft tyres. You can see on lap 32, I don't know if that was just a bit of contact, whether that was just a change in the road surface, but yeah, Val just losing the back end there into the barrier, a bit of damage to the front right. You can see we end up being at 1.3 seconds behind, but there's 6 laps to go. So a bit of breathing space now for Kevin. We're on the final lap and you can see Chris is right behind Italia. Italia just manages to get it and just gets 2 wheels in the grass on the final lap of the race. Oh, what a shame. He's got Tom coming around, keeping it planted, going absolutely sideways, managing to get Chris into a top 5. So Chris losing a couple of positions on that last lap, what a shame. But to come across the line, we've got Kevin to take a massive win for the championship. Kevin takes P1. We've got Valk in P2. Myself in P3. And Italia's at the fast lap of the race. They've won at 11.5, absolutely flying. So if you like, guys, like and subscribe to the channel. That's round 9 done. Kevin closing the gap to the top of the championship now. We're only leading by 43 points. But on to round 10. And I'll see you guys next time. Laters.